Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Coming up in this episode, highlights from around the verse with Sandy Gardner and Forrest Stephan, featuring the LA studio update with Eric Kieran Davis, plus a special feature on lighting and fog. Also, the Aegis Eclipse is unveiled. Plus, Josh Herman creates a Vandal dog. All this and more. But first, let's go to the highlights of the LA studio update. Now, Eric told us they're continuing to add extra members of staff to the LA studio and they're much needed with all the upcoming work they're doing, especially on Item Port 2.0. Now, they're using the M50 as the test ship for the new usability function for ships. Now, they're using the M50 because not just because it's small, but it's less complex than some of the other ships in the game. So this is going to be an awesome feature, and I can't wait until we get our hands literally on those controls. New usability functions does give the QA extra work to do, and they've got to test all these controls very thoroughly. Now, the team in LA are doing a lot of work on persistence for the upcoming 3.0, and of course persistence has to apply to everything in the game: cargo items in shops, players, also ships left on a planet or a moon. Awesome clip of the caterpillar here, looks wonderful. So a lot of work is going into persistence. Now, they're working on systems to enable other ships to be carried within ships in the game. For example, the Drake Dragonfly in the back of, say, a Freelancer, a Caterpillar, or a Cutlass. Also, this applies to carrying the Ursa rover in the cargo bay of the Constellation. Obviously, they've got to overcome some physics issues as well here. The quantum drive system is being reworked. You'll be able to choose now quantum points to travel to directly from your ship which you've previously visited. Also, they're redoing the look of the quantum drive travel system as well. Now, the RSI Aurora is the first ship to be built from scratch featuring Item Port System 2.0. And as you can see here, it's looking very nice indeed, and especially as when you think this is going to be the first ship many people fly in Star Citizen as a starter ship. And we got a look at the new system for character creation here, and this one focuses specifically on the eyes and choosing different eye colours. Now, by using something called item port tags, when you customise your character, you'll be able to match the colour of your face to the colour of your body. And I must admit, these characters look pretty well defined. They've certainly been working out. Now, the LA studio also develop a lot of tools to help with the developers in the game, and this one is something called an unbevel tool, and this one helps to make the LODs much more efficient. They've also been working on colour tinting for the outposts and the props in the outposts as well. Also, we got a look at the female medium marine armour, and also the heavy outlaw armour. That looks very nice. Also, a quick look at OMC armour, and also the Shubin miner outfit, and something called the shipjacker, which is used evidently for Squadron 42. Now, that was really interesting to see those different eye colour options. Certainly going to be worth keeping an eye open for. Now, the real highlight of Around the Verse for me this week was the special piece on lighting and fog. Now obviously it's best that you enjoy this feature yourself, because you've got the developers talking about all the technical details about lighting and fog in the game. How the lighting in the existing CryEngine, although good for what it was designed for, isn't really the best for what is needed in a game of the fidelity of Star Citizen and the scope and scale. So what they've had to done is change the lighting, and of course the advantage of changing over to Lumberyard is that they can take advantage of a lot of the features that the people developing Lumberyard have already implemented into the engine, and they've been bringing that across gradually, and even now the lighting is changing. Now this applies also to fog, and the old fog system is going to be phased out, and new fog is coming in, which of course is a much higher fidelity. Also the new fog will add a lot more depth than the current fog in the game. Now lighting and fog effects and all visual effects are incredibly important in a game like Star Citizen. It certainly wouldn't be a fraction of the game it is and will become without them. From your hangar to your space station to well, some far off planet, lighting and effects all play their part, and also out in the depths of space with far off nebula and gaseous clouds. Now this was a really interesting piece, and it was topped off for me by this segment on the Aegis Reclaimer, which showed some really atmospheric lighting of the outside of the ship. Now I'm not the first one to point this out, but it certainly does give that alien vibe to it, so let's enjoy that. Now that new fog found its way into the Foundry 42 Wilmslow studio, and Nathan Beardsley even had trouble seeing through it.
Are you alright?
Could have done with it being a bit longer.
It's pretty intense, yeah.
That's pretty awesome. It has got a funny smell to it though, it's not bad. This is when the fire alarms go off. That's going to be hilarious if it does go off.
The Aegis Eclipse has been unveiled, and as expected, it's a stealth bomber. Now it carries 3 torpedoes, and obviously with its top of the line stealth capabilities, it's going to be a lethal weapon. Now the Aegis Eclipse will usher in a new capability in stealth. It's going to be the absolute top of the line stealth ship. Now that's going to be one of its main weapons, because although it carries a couple of size 2 weapons on the wings, which are actually deployed from within the body of the wing, it won't be able to go toe to toe with fighters. But of course its main role is to unleash those 3 size 9 torpedoes, the same size as in the Retaliator. Now these torpedoes should be pretty devastating against many ships. Although probably against a capital class ship, you're probably going to need several Aegis Eclipses to actually take that ship out. Now, for a single person ship, the Aegis Eclipse is fairly expensive. Now, it does come available to buy in 2 versions. The War Bond, which is of course the version where you can't use store credit, or the standard buying option where you can obviously upgrade up from another ship or use your store credit. Now, I'm not sure it's going to be the ship for me, but by the look of this ship, it is very tempting, and its sexy appearance has certainly tempted many citizens to part with their money. Now, also worth remembering is that you don't have to buy any of these concept ships. They're purely there to help fund the game, and all the ships which are on sale can be earned in game when Star Citizen is released. Now, this week's Happy Hour featured character art director Josh Herman. Now, last time he created a flying spider. Now, this may not necessarily make it in the game. It's got to go for approval first. But this time, with the input of everyone on Spectrum, they decided to get Josh to create a vandal dog. And it turned out being rather vicious. And unfortunately, something did happen again.
Not one there. We used this guy last time. Should we use him again? Sure. Why not, right?
Oh, man.
Here he is. Here he is. Oh, no. Oh,
It did it again!
This is just... I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say.
It did it again!
And that was a request. I don't even... That's such a weird request to ask for.
Well, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Please don't forget to like, and also it will help the channel a lot if you'd like to subscribe. So until next time, wherever you're watching out in that big universe, you take care. And hopefully I'll see you all sometime soon. Bye for now.